Hey guys, it's McCouchies back in with another video. This time we're doing a bit of a throwback, and possibly the start of a Let's Play series. As we're going back to the late PS1 era with a game that, about 9 years ago, I had actually previously reviewed, along with the other one in the series. This is Spec Ops Covert Assault, released in 2001 in the later years of the PS1. This is actually kind of the part 2 to Spec Ops Ranger Elite. They weren't the longest games in the world, but nor were they the most advanced in terms of third-person shooters. But they left a good impression in terms of tactical shooters.
I volunteered as a ranger, fully knowing the hazards of my chosen profession. I will always endeavor to uphold the prestige, honor, and high esprit de corps of my ranger regiment. Acknowledging the fact that a ranger is a more elite soldier who arrives at the cutting edge of battle by land, sea, or air, I accept the fact that there's a ranger in my country.
Also, back when Take-Two were still kind of in their humble beginnings with these budget titles.
I will always keep myself mentally alert, physically strong, and morally straight.
Still bold intro for the Army Ranger Creed.
Gallantly will I show the world that I'm a specially selected and well-trained soldier. My courtesy to superior officers, neatness of dress, and care of equipment shall set the example for others to follow. Energetically will I meet the enemies of my country. I shall defeat them on the field of battle, for I am better trained and will fight with all my might. Surrender is not a ranger word. I will never leave a fallen comrade to fall in the hands of the enemy, and under no circumstance will I ever embarrass my country.
Also developed by Runecraft and Zombie Software. Alright, on to the game. Alright, start out with options. Alright, Corporal, alright, that's a good medium difficulty. Screen position, back when CRTs still differed a bit in terms of positioning. Yeah, that's pretty good. Alright. There we go. Alright, so for the first mission in Sicily, an important U.S. general is en route to a NATO conference being held aboard an aircraft carrier in the Mediterranean. Unfortunately, the helicopter is forced to crash land while flying over Sicily. I wonder what went wrong. The general is in possession of highly secret documents vital to U.S. and NATO defense plans. It is vital that the general and the documents be recovered as quickly as possible. A Spec Ops team is dispatched to effect his recovery ASAP. And a couple of spelling errors, but then again, maybe that's how they spell it across the pond, where Take-Two is from. Anyway. Okay. Locate the waypoint 1, the crash site. Any injured personnel, and proceed to waypoint 3. Okay. Still, one has to wonder what's going on in Sicily. Well, we'll get to that in a bit. So anyway, here's a screen that's actually stayed true to a lot of these Spec Ops classics with the Ranger Select. So you have machine gunner, shotgunner, sniper, assault rifleman / grenade launcher, and rifleman. So for this kind of mission, don't need anything too fancy. But still want to be on guard at all times in Spec Ops. Alright, don't need the Claymore. I usually don't use that anyway. Haven't really found any ideal situations for the detonation landmine. Although there might be one in the last mission. Anyway. Alright, a few of these. Give you a number of options to choose from as far as weapons, explosives, and devices. You also get only one med kit per person. Alright. Let's see. Scope times 6. Alright. 12 clips for the M16 seems generous. Alright, now on to the other ranger. Yes, there are 2 rangers per mission phase. And yeah, this game isn't even the longest in the world. Like I said, it's kind of part 2 to Spec Ops Ranger Elite. Both released the same year. So, and how long are the games? For these two, only 4 missions and 2 to 4 phases each. And one thing they don't say about the machine gunner, he can also ideally use the RPK. I mean, I haven't experimented to see if using different weapons alters their effectiveness, but hey. Alright, now on to Mission 1, Phase 1. Good luck, King and Martinez. Okay, so first thing, you can change your posture with R2 and the D-pad as well as strafe and roll. Alright. So who we got here for these hostiles? I'll tell you who it is. It's the Mafia. Not sure exactly what they're after, but who knows with them. Alright. Okay, and you can also hold down R1 and select your weapons, your explosives, and also your devices. So you hold down square for the explosives, and also circle for the devices like medkits. Alright, little rule of thumb. You might see his gun change direction. That's usually the sign there's an enemy nearby. Also, the same screams can be heard in another PS1 game by Acclaim called Motocross McGrath versus Pastrana in one of the opening logos. Same screams. Alright, I just used a med kit with a circle button. Also, not the greatest radar, I noticed. By the time you see an enemy on radar, they're already shooting at you. Alright, he would have been dead right there. Because apparently headshots are the same damage as anywhere else. What are you gonna do? So yeah, how the general could have crash landed, I'm not sure. It's never really explained. Uh-oh. Or you can also use the map with the select button. It does a good job at indicating where you are as well as the waypoints. Just gotta find the second one. Alright, I think there's a body around here somewhere. Is that it? Huh? Alright, that text went by kind of fast, and my guess is one of the enemies fell into the ravine nearby. Alright. Now proceed toward this town. There's another one. Huh? Where are you? I also want to keep an eye on your ranger buddy. Make sure he stays close. Yeah, not the greatest AI in this game, friend or foe. Alright, make sure he doesn't fall down. Oh, what's that? Some ammo? Nice. Right. There's one over there. Or maybe not. Maybe it's the next one. Alright, speaking of enemies around corners, I believe there's a sniper up ahead. He can one-shot you. Oh, move back. There, I think that's all of them. Phase 1 complete. Let's see what we got for grade. Alright, I think we got there. It's Distinguished Service Medal, I believe. That's like a B rank. Now on to the second phase. This one you have to be even more careful with the chateau. Now what they don't explain here is that there's a chopper that the Mafia is taking the general toward. You don't want to let them do that. Okay. For this time around, you'll probably want the sniper. Alright. As well as the grenade launcher. Alright, he's got pretty full ammo, full weight as is, as far as how much he can carry. Alright, here is nothing. This is probably the hardest phase of the game. But yeah, if you like what you see, yeah, do check out the early Spec Ops titles, and also let me know if you want to see a Let's Play of this. Sorry, I'm not talking a whole lot. You kind of got to concentrate in these kind of games. Now for the sniper, he can one-shot enemies. Good thing is they don't zero in toward you. Now what you want to do here is head toward the hill. Head toward the hill in the west. Give yourself some distance. Otherwise they can pick you off if you're not careful. Because they have snipers too. Alright. Now, are there any more? I don't know. Oh, there's one. Anybody in here? Alright, you can adjust the time with the L2 and R2 buttons. Alright, buddy commands. Forgot to mention you have buddy commands in this game. L2 plus the buttons on the right of the controller. Now where are you? Whoa! Alright. Now they say intercept the chopper. Now, here's one way to do it. What some people usually do is they is they try to beat the enemies on the hill on the east sector. What I usually do is take to the west and destroy the chopper first, so they can't leave. Alright, because the general and the hostage takers, they'll be at the foot of the hill. You want to beat them there. The closer you get to them, the faster they'll run. Uh-oh. Don't know why he couldn't hit him. The hit detection in this game is, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not so good. Okay, this looks like a job for... Alright, white phosphorus, you're up. Alright, destroy the chopper. Oh, didn't mean to hit myself in the process. Yep, there they are running now. Take him down, Erickson. Yeah, it's weird, they don't even... All they care about is running toward the chopper. Alright. Now we've got the general back in safe escort. Now to make our way to the extraction point. Which is right across this bridge. Alright. Get everybody where they need to be. Alright. So yeah, that was part 1 of Spec Ops Covert Assault. Still not a bad game. Still quite a few good stories with hostages, with destroying enemy armor, weapons, and supplies. And a good bit of strategy when taking out certain enemies. Thought I had more on target than that. Anyway, that was part 1 with Sicily. And next time, in Mission 2, we'll be going to to the fictitious country of Kraplakistan. Yeah, I still don't know where they were going with this. Maybe it's Eurasian. I don't know. Or Kazakhstan, maybe split in two in this world. Oh, if we go to the mission select screen, they give you more background. Former extension of the Soviet Union, huh? Anyway, join me next time in Mission 2. This has been Macauchis, another gaming video. Till next time, keep on saving the world.